Your driver's license is good in any state across the country. Why isn't your pistol license? You could find yourself in hot water for simply crossing a state border with your firearm. What happened? Did you become more dangerous by entering a neighboring state? Or has left-wing politics become so important in the eyes of gun-grabbing politicians that they're willing to put your life in danger and put you at risk of a felony prosecution for simply exercising your Second Amendment right? Now, GOA-backed legislation was introduced in both chambers of Congress that would grant national reciprocity to concealed carry permit holders and to residents of constitutional carry states who cross state lines. Now, this policy would gut the ability of anti-gun states to restrict residents and non-residents alike from carrying firearms for their personal defense. Now, if you travel with a firearm, you know how difficult it is to navigate every state's gun laws. From one state to another, you find a wide array of different and often conflicting gun regulations, and not to mention the many hoops a traveling gun owner must jump through with respect to vehicle storage while simply passing through. But even worse, several blue states don't even accept the license of any other states in the country, which means you could be perfectly legal when traveling with your firearm in Pennsylvania, but cross over the border into New Jersey and you'd be a felon instantly. Shaneen Allen is a perfect example. A law-abiding mother of two working in the medical field was arrested for doing exactly that. Criminal record? No. Was she violent? No. She simply crossed the New Jersey state line with her legal Pennsylvania handgun and instantly risked felony prosecution after making an illegal lane change when the officer learned she had a Pennsylvania handgun license. Now, Jersey is one of those states that thinks they can limit your constitutional rights while inside their borders. Now, although every state is supposed to allow travel through as long as you meet their often vaguely described and sometimes nearly impossible travel storage requirements, what happens if you need to stop or stay a night or two in a hotel while you're passing through a particular state? Do you risk being thrown in jail for simply exercising your Second Amendment right? Now, wouldn't it make sense that if we have handgun permit requirements, that a permit from any state should be recognized and accepted as valid in any other state? I mean, your Massachusetts driver's license is accepted in the bordering state of New York. Why shouldn't your pistol license be as well? Well, New York is another one of those states that thinks they can rewrite the Bill of Rights when it comes to the Second Amendment. Now, the handgun permit, also known as a government-issued permission slip, shouldn't exist in the first place. But until we have constitutional carry, which would abolish the state-required handgun permit, we're demanding state-to-state reciprocity legislation. Now, while some states use the permitting process to deny and delay the carrying of firearms by lawful citizens, the permit itself also becomes a tool of entrapment, because states can refuse to honor permits from outside their borders. The Second Amendment does not read, "The right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed," as long as gun owners are granted a state-specific, highly regulated and restricted government-issued permission slip. Gun Owners of America finds this preposterous, and that's why the organization has backed legislation in Congress to implement concealed carry reciprocity. Eric Pratt, GOA's senior vice president, said, "GOA has been fighting anti-gun states in the courts for years on this issue. In New York, we recently teamed up with Newsmax's Carl Higbee to sue the state over its blanket ban on issuing permits to non-residents. And we were recently part of a lawsuit to force California to issue concealed carry permits to non-California residents as well." While GOA has so far been successful in moving the needle on the availability of out-of-state permits, many Americans still face daunting hurdles, and national reciprocity can drastically simplify everything. No longer would anti-gun jurisdictions like Hawaii be able to use archaic and discriminatory bans to bar non-residents from carrying. We urge Congress to quickly pass this Second Amendment affirming legislation. Law-abiding American citizens should not be put at risk of arrest simply for carrying a firearm and exercising the God-given rights that our founding fathers acknowledged in our Bill of Rights. Until the state permitting process is abolished altogether, gun owners of America will demand state-to-state reciprocity for concealed carriers. And we at Gun Owners Foundation will continue bringing legal challenges against states that prevent out-of-staters from carrying firearms. It's unacceptable for blue states to put American citizens in danger by demanding they abandon the right to self-defense simply for the purpose of politics. Thanks for watching Bullet Points. I'm Dan Wass for Gun Owners Foundation. You can find more Second Amendment content and updates at gunowners.com.